People remodel their houses all the time without thinking that they might find something strange when they start tearing down walls. And although for most people that rings true, for the people on this list, things didn't turn out quite as they expected. Welcome back to Watch Life, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 5 weird and unusual things people found in their homes while remodeling. Starting out our list, we have a mummified baby. When renovating a house, the last thing you would want to find is a body. Well, unfortunately for Bob Kinghorn, this exact thing happened. Back in 2007, Bob was drilling some holes in the ceiling he was renovating. While he was working, he noticed that there was something between the attic floorboards and the second floor ceiling. What he thought originally was a weird looking insulation turned out to be a mummified baby wrapped in newspaper and a comforter. The newspaper was dated all the way back to 1925. After taking the baby to the coroner's office, they established that it was a boy and only 4 months old. There was no sign of injuries or stab wounds. It was determined that the baby was born alive, but unfortunately died shortly afterwards. Who knows why the baby ended up mummified and put in the attic? A sad fate. The next thing on today's list is human bones. In 1999, during a Harvard University renovation, one of the workers broke into the walls of Holden Chapel's basement. What the worker wasn't expecting was to find human remains in the walls. One of the professors of anthropology was asked to examine the bones they discovered, and to everyone's surprise, the professor said that they were human remains. At first, they thought they were about to solve a murder that happened at the chapel, but after further inspection of the bones, it turns out the bones were just remains of the chapel's stint as an anatomy lecture hall. What really concluded that theory was that some of the bones had metal pieces at either end. Going down the list, we have deadly chemicals. After the city of Ontario put up a property for sale in 2017 for unpaid taxes, Mr. Sandhu jumped on the opportunity and bought the property. But what he didn't know was that there was a dangerous secret he was about to discover hidden behind the walls of this property. One day, Mr. Sandhu's workers were knocking down a wall for renovation, and in doing so, they discovered 400 barrels of cancer-causing substances. When they continued renovation, behind another wall was another 400 barrels with some of the material inside being extremely flammable. It's believed that the substance was put there by the original owner, having been the only one known to work with tar products at this property, and also had a record for inappropriate waste disposal. This property has seen at least 12 environmental cleanups in the past 23 years, but this was by far the biggest one, costing millions of dollars. Next up, we have a Korean missile. We all love surprises, unless the surprise comes in the form of an active missile. In St. Francis, Wisconsin, a resident was remodeling his bathroom when he discovered something amazing and dangerous. He found a Korean missile measuring about 20 inches in length with a 5-inch explosive on the head. He and his wife carried the missile to the front yard very carefully, after which they called the police. The bomb squad ended up showing up to the house and left with the active missile, later detonating it safely at the Department of Public Works. The husband and wife later found out that the previous owners fought in Korea. No one knows how they brought back a live missile or why they even walled it up in a bathroom. It remains a mystery till today. And the last one on our list for today is a murder victim. A woman who had gone missing in New York 28 years ago was found in 2013. When a contractor was cleaning out a vacant house one day, he discovered a false wall in the basement. When he brought down the false wall, he found a large plastic bin. Deciding to open up the bin, he found a body wrapped up in plastic bags and sheets. The remains were just bones, and its hands were tied up behind its back. After the body was taken to a medical examiner, they identified the body to be of a woman who had been missing for 28 years. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. They suspected that the husband was to blame for her death, but are unable to question him, for he passed away several months before they discovered the body. That's it for today's video, but before I leave, I'd like to leave you with a question. What would you do if you found something like this in your house? Leave your answer in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss an upload. As always, this is Watch Life, and I'll see you in the next video.